Well, Vadim, I know this fight was supposed to happen in February. Here we are a couple months later, a little later than expected, but it's going to happen. So how excited are you to get in there and fight a legend like Yoel Romero?
Я рад, что данный бой состоится именно сейчас, а не в феврале, потому что к февралю была бы очень быстрая скомканная подготовка.
I'm actually happy that this fight happening today because since I have the previous fight, the notice would be like the time between these two fights would be very short. So right now I had more time to prepare more properly.
И когда сейчас я подготовил, у меня была возможность подготовиться более лучше и хорошо подойти к бою.
As I mentioned, I had more time to prepare myself and be in better shape this time.
Потому что когда дерешься 5 раундов по 5 минут, соответственно, идет более тяжелая подготовка, более тяжелые бои.
When you're preparing for the fight that goes 5 rounds, 5 minutes each, you have to prepare harder. You have to have more time to get prepared.
И поэтому тяжело драться каждые 3 месяца 5-раундовые бои.
This is why it's very hard to fight every 3 months, 5-round fights.
Was it an injury? Is that why the fight didn't happen in February?
Это была какая-то травма.
Да, я приехал домой, восстановился более-менее, начал тренироваться, и у меня сразу организм, видать, еще не восстановился. Я приехал домой, начал тренироваться, но организм, видать, еще не восстановился.
Yes, it's basically what happened is like I got back home and I started my training camp. And I don't think I recovered from the last fight, so I got injured.
И получилась травма там на ровном, в обычной ситуации боролся на тренировке и чуть надорвал мышцу.
Yeah, I had like a small injury that happens during the training camp, and that's pretty much it.
Were you disappointed that you didn't get to share the card with Fedor, or was there part of you that was kind of relieved that all the focus could be on him and that you could help him that week? Because I believe you were there, right? You were still in attendance.
С одной стороны, да, я ему помогал Федору, как мог, Анатолию в подготовке. И если бы турнир был чуть подальше от моего боя, то, возможно, я тоже принял в нем участие.
Yes, I was able to help Fedor and Anatoly, so it was a little bit easier for me. So if the fight wouldn't happen as fast as it happens after my personal fight, I would be happy to fight the same card, but it was way too close.
Но на этой неделе будет не менее крутой карт, которую я возглавляю и который болельщики всего мира будут смотреть.
But this week it's not going to be less exciting as the Fedor's card, since it's going to be a great card in general, and plus I'm a main card.
You said you liked this because you had a little bit more time to prepare and study your opponent. So what do you kind of expect to see out of Yoel Romero once you guys get in there?
Я ожидаю то, что это тяжелый соперник. Также я на него готовился так же, как и на Кори Андерсона, на Фил Дэвиса. Так что будет тяжелый бой. Готовлюсь на 5 раундов, но всегда хочу закончить как можно раньше.
Expecting this, since it's a very serious opponent, I was preparing for the whole 5 rounds because I know how hard it is, how professional he is. I hope I'm going to be able to finish it earlier, but I'm ready for all 5 rounds.
I asked Yoel this question as well, but I'm curious if you have any thoughts about the co-main event. It's potentially a historic night. If you have anybody that you're rooting for, or any thoughts on that?
Я знаю, кто будет драться в коумен-ивенте. Это Сергио Петис и Питбуль. И так получается, что мы с Питбулем деремся в одном карте уже раза 3 или 4 подряд. Буду болеть за Питбуля.
Yeah, I know who co-main event is. I know it's going to be Pettis and Pitbull. And what happened is, like, I was fighting before on the same card with the Pitbull quite a few times, 3-4 times probably, and because of that, I probably gonna go for Pitbull.
Yoel was talking about potentially watching the fight before you guys fight, and it could potentially, depending on the outcome, give him a little bit of a boost going into the fight. Do you plan on watching it, or do you just focus on your fight?
Ну, в этот момент мне надо будет разминаться и готовиться к своему поединку, так что буду готовиться к своему бою, ну, держать, смотреть, кто победит.
At that specific moment, because for my event, I'm going to be ready, get ready and warm up for my fight. But yeah, if I have a chance second, I'm going to see who's going to win that fight.
Vadim, earlier when we were talking to Yoel, someone asked about the difference in wrestling between the two of you. He said it's MMA, and when you hear that, lets you know that he's taking you very seriously. I know you're taking him very seriously. But is there any singular focus that you have on Yoel Romero, given all that he is and the power that he brings into this fight?
Мы оба можем и бороться, и драться в стойке, но исходя из последних боев Юэля и моего боя, то я думаю, борьбы будет мало.
We both can wrestle, and we both can strike. But I watched the last couple of fights from him, and I know myself, so it's probably not going to be too much wrestling in this fight.
That makes for an exciting fight. The fans love to hear that. When it comes to obviously talking about Fedor earlier, he's now hung up the gloves, and it's now all eyes on you to carry that torch, to carry that legacy, and to keep it going for yourself while focusing on your own legacy. What does that mean to you?
Хотелось бы продолжать дело Федора, потому что мы все из старого школа, с одной командой, его ученики.
I want to continue his legacy, actually, because we all from the same city, Staraya School from Russia, and we all his students, so I definitely want to continue his legacy.
Хотелось бы, чтобы представители нашей школы всегда были в топах, и кто-то по-любому был чемпионом.
Hopefully, all of Fedor students would be like champions and would be on top.
That's a great team you come from. My last one here. Fedor fought here in Chicago a bunch of times. This is now your second time fighting here. Is this something, does Team Fedor like fighting in Chicago? Do you enjoy fighting here in Chicago?
Да, мне очень понравилось выступать в Чикаго, и здесь хорошая публика, и хороший, очень, очень красивый город.
I love Chicago. Love the fans over here. Very nice and beautiful city. So I definitely like to fight here.